What's up, guys? Hey, Antwan from Culture Matters. We're here with Tony Peck. Major influencer alert right here. And we have, first of all, Tony, welcome. Thank you for being.
Thank you for having me, guys. Pleasure. I'm Tony Peck, by the way. Nice to meet all of you.
And so today, Tony, what are we talking about today?
Talking about how to be resourceful, not needing resources.
Absolutely. And so a lot of people, they're, especially young people.
Yeah.
Right? So like a lot of the people that I come across, they're like, hey, I can't do this because I don't have that. I can't get further in my life because I don't have the money to get there. And it takes money to make money. And I have to call bullshit on that.
And why do you gotta call bullshit on that?
Because it doesn't matter the resources that you have. It matters how resourceful you are.
So if you want something, you need to go fucking create it. You don't have to go get assistance and you need X, Y, and Z to make it. You are X, Y, and Z. That's where it is. You have to go out and create it. That's it. You don't need anything else to make that path for you. You lay the bricks yourself and keep walking on it.
Absolutely right. So now, Tone, something I heard about the other day, a friend called me up. He's like, listen, man, I'd love to come to the meeting. Would be awesome to catch up with you, but I don't have a car. And I can't get a car because I don't have a job. So I said, all right. So that's understandable. I'll come pick you up. And what was going through my head, and maybe Tony will assimilate, is this person was telling me, he doesn't have a car because he won't get into a Honda Civic. He won't get into a hoopty. And he literally, what I was trying to tell him is, dude, don't shy from living below your means.
So let me jump in right there if you don't mind, Antwan. So guys, I'm 23 by the way, and these are my car keys. This is my Maserati right there, 23. And what we were talking about right before this was my first car was a 2000 Honda Civic. I drove that in 2012. And right after that, I actually bought a BMW 3 Series when I had that Honda Civic for about 3-4 years. And I was telling him, I don't regret anything, but the one thing I would have did, and this is what I'm gonna start preaching to others, is if you need a car and you have someone to get a car, do not get a middle of the pack car. You don't need a low-end BMW, you don't need a Lincoln, you don't need a mid-model Honda. Get the cheapest fucking car you can buy to get you from point A to point B. It can be a base Honda Civic with no GPS. If you got an iPhone, you don't need a fucking GPS. I didn't have a GPS on my BMW, okay? Why you don't need to fucking spend that? I didn't have a backup cam. And by doing that, by putting in that mindset, that mentality that, okay, I can live below my means and drive this cheap car, then you get the fucking really nice car a few years later. If you buy that middle of the pack car, what happens is you stay in that middle lane. You get comfortable, it's like, oh, I got a Lincoln, it's not too bad. Or I got a low-end BMW, it's not too bad, right? I can live with a 3 Series, it's nice, fucking nice car. It's not bad at all. That's people's dream car, which is fine. But if you have a dream car in mind, like a Maserati or a Ferrari or something, well, guess what? Do not drive anything close to that car until you can afford that car. Because if you do, you will not be able to afford that car. And being in that cheaper car will also humble you, and it's gonna make you want that nicer car that much more. Because listen, when you go from a BMW to a Maserati, the differences aren't too fucking, the interior, there's not too much different.
Yeah.
They're both luxurious cars, the drive's different. But if you're in a fucking Honda, like I got a second car recently, I bought a 2008 Honda Fit. The difference is drastic, So I get out of that Honda Fit, I'm fucking 300 pounds, this little fucking toy car. And I get into the Maserati, I appreciate that much more. But that's what you need to do with the car you have. Have that cheap car. And I know it sounds, traditional, like you just get a car to go from point A to point B. But that's what you need to do. You can get a lease for a Nissan Sentra for like $150 a month. What do you need to go? If you're not a world traveler going cross country, you're gonna do millions of miles, get the cheapest car you can. Just use that and take your money. And I don't agree with saving, so don't save, but take that money and make more money with it. And then you get your fucking Maserati if you're Nissan Sentra. You don't need to go from, nice Honda to low Lincoln, to middle Lincoln to low BMW to Maserati. Go from bottom Sentra, Nissan, to Maserati. And that path becomes shorter.
And that is the fundamental message of not having resources, but being resourceful and humble enough to have a vision to where you want to go and knowing that where you're at right now in this life is obviously not your end destination. However, you're comfortable with putting in that grind, putting in that grit, putting in that work to get you to where you want to go. And everyone out here, you know, especially, you know, younger generations, man, we want to look cool. We want to be driving the nicest car. We want to do this and that. And you don't understand the value.
Yeah, you give up, like I was saying to you before, give up short-term pleasures for the long-term goals. That's how you have to do it. You know, when I was in college, I didn't go out all the time. So I gave up those nights of drinking bars, drinking those PBRs. I drink Johnny Blue now, you know, because you give up that one aspect. Instead of, if you're in the middle, you stay in the middle. But if you live in the lowest, you can become the top. Not to say if you're in the middle, you can't become the top, but it makes it that much harder for you because you get comfortable. And you do not want to be comfortable. Comfortable kills dreams.
Sacrifice now for what you want most. And that's what it comes down to. Guys, culture matters. Tony Peck with us today.
Tony Peck matters. Boom.
Bang. Catch you guys on the next one.